fucking life. Yo, talking to Lone Wolf TV, the Lone Wolf Cosmo. How y'all living? I'm tired of shit, man. Dedication. That's why we that's why I'm so damn late today, y'all. About 20 something minutes late because the nigga was napping like a motherfucker. Woke up and was like, oh, I got a show to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Ugh, the life of a man, no sleep. You know? Anyway, how y'all living out there, man? How y'all living? Well, allow me to introduce you to Lone Wolf TV, where the shit gets said, and then I slap you across your head. Yeah, man. Shit. Let's see if I got some senseless news today, man. Start it off. Senseless news. What did I learn today? Oh, what's in the news today that's very senseless? Shit, it ain't really senseless. It ain't really nothing I can think of that everybody ain't already talking about. So, you know, I guess I'll only have senseless news when something senseless is going on. You know? Well, you know, man. Hey. Without further ado, so I won't be talking y'all head off for the intro. We're gonna get right to it. Now, what we talking about today, y'all? What are we talking about in today's time? We are talking about gender wars on social media. This must be spoken about. This must be taken seriously, and this must be some kind of grounds we got to get to. Because one thing both sides got to stop doing is dissing each other when we both under the same oppression that white supremacy offers. So that's my stance. My stance is both sides can stand to do a bit more for one another, you know. The women can be more feminine and the men can be more masculine, if you want to just put it like that, you know. You know, they saying the testosterone levels is dropping in men because I don't think we have much of a purpose. To drive and be something great in a society that tells us that we should bow down to women, and it doesn't give us a rites of passage to become men in America, you know. So it's a different rites of passage that palm trees will, I mean, no, not palm trees, but it's a different kind of madness that people come from to where, you know, doing, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, y'all. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. What's good, Paris? We up in this thing, man. I appreciate the support, nonetheless. For real. Hit that for hitting that like button and hitting that view button. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, the usual. You know, if I had to come and be goddamn, I had to come and be dedicated, man, because I'm tired as fuck. So I'm finna just kind of get to it. Gender wars on social media. Let's get into it. Now, y'all know I like to start off my shit with a definition. It's so here's a definition of gender wars in case anyone was lost on what the hell is going on. All right, let me break it down. It's a long ass definition. Gender wars, a so-called war that is occurring online between straight males and straight females. On one hand, you have women pushing the narrative that all men are misogynistic, cheaters, abusers, narcissistic, and uncaring. On the other hand, you have men pushing the narrative that women are superficial, unloyal, promiscuous, dishonest, and inherently evil. That's what the hell gender wars is. That's literally what gender wars is, according to the Urban Dictionary. And I can say that they're spot on. You know what I'm saying? I can say that we are spot on. Gender wars, they might silence the motherfucker because they know that everybody talking about this shit. They know everybody might tune in due to the titles. YouTube ain't stupid. They gonna suppress me. They ain't gonna suppress the title, but you know what I'm saying? They just simply, since it's my black ass, they gonna be like, no, we ain't fucking with you, nigga. So, yeah, it's that, hey. But I appreciate anybody that tuned in, because it means the hell of a lot. It mean the hell of a lot to me. But yeah, man, so with that definition, that is the true official term to me. Because this gender war shit, of course, it started outside of social media, but we have a lot of cowards on both sides of manhood and womanhood that pose as good men and women, and they tarnish the reputation of a lot of what's going on. So you leave it up to them to tell it women ain't shit. You leave it up to a bad woman to tell it men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate that word misogynistic. I can't even spell it right. That's how much I hate it. Like real shit. I really still don't understand what the fuck it mean. I mean, I don't think I really ever looked up the definition of it, but I can kind of guess that misogyny just means men get to fucking do what they want to do or some shit like that. But it's so goddamn untrue. As far as black men, that we get the, who the fuck said that we get to do what the fuck we want to do? You got to be rich or sell out. You got to be a rich sellout first of all, or nothing at all. Exactly. Paris said, "Get the miss me with that bullshit, like real shit, bro." Motherfucker ain't got no time to be sitting up and trying to control what the fuck a woman really do. This is not the medieval times. But I blame the niggas that still trying to follow medieval ways. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't fucking cool. This is a new era, so you know what I'm saying? Paris, you got a girl? I ain't know that. You got a woman in your life, man? You doing better than me. Shit, I'm out of here assed out. Okay? But I gotta be though, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. I read that wrong. You was completing the sentence. My bad. Yeah, but okay, let's get it. Let's really get it cracking. What started gender wars? I got a few ideas: white supremacy, poverty, and broken homes, which all really you can break down and put all of those terms and all of those reasons why into white supremacy. White supremacy is the number one motherfucking reason why motherfuckers is at each other motherfucking neck. Because you got a society in your ear that's telling you that if you don't provide for this woman, you don't do for this woman, your ass is worthless. Then you on the other hand, you got a society telling her that she shouldn't have to settle for a motherfucker that can't provide for her in like a utmost way, which is true, right? But the gender war part, the war comes in when the white man steps in and says, okay, the man can't live in the house. Now, when the white man gets to say so in your crib, you've already lost that battle. Me, technically, I've lost that battle. My baby mama is on Section 8, if I'm not mistaken. She ain't got to pay really shit to stay there. I don't think she pays really anything. I think at this point, I can't remember. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if she's paying any particular number to be there. You know what I'm saying? She just on that motherfucker for free. But for sure, the gender war started with white supremacy. The motherfucker came through and showed us, or raped and pillaged and did shit and had in front of all women. Some slaves got raped in front of their women. Now the woman don't even respect you because you just let this white man put his dick all up in you. If niggas was arguing with their woman back in the day, and then he ended up getting fucked by massa, and then he tried to argue with his woman that day, do you not know how defeated you are at that point? You don't get no say so in your household when you let the white man rape you. And that shit is that's similar to what's going on right now. The white power structure has become such a stringent hold on black wealth. It has black women thinking that black men ain't trying. It has a lot of black males, and it also at the same time, in the struggle of power, in the struggle to gain power, it has a lot of black men bitter towards black women. You know, it's like there's a group of people that feel like women just can't win. Like they ain't letting women win. It's just, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying you're supposed to just let nobody win and then let them win, like just having sympathy for them, but it's like literally to the point where only on social media where it seems like there's no good, and I ain't gonna even say good because good is subjective, but there's no upstanding moral women of moral. You know what I'm saying? Paris say, no, I don't know about that. There is a lot more women taking over in the family nowadays. And that's because, nigga, some women got Section 8. And you asked earlier, how do Section 8 work? Section 8 is, okay, let's put it in a deeper term. if you had a baby, say you was a female and you had a baby and you living with your mama and your mama kicked your motherfucking ass out, or say you got a baby and you got a yeah, your mama kicked your ass out, you can go sign this paper and put yourself on the waiting list, of course. And it don't, sometimes, like my baby mama been waiting for years. She thought she wasn't gonna never get Section 8. And you know what I'm saying? You put yourself on these vouchers, or you put yourself, you sign these applications, or however you do the shit. I don't remember. But they put you on the waiting list, and when they get down to the waiting list again, boom, they call you, they ask you certain questions, and then they put you in this shit as a struggling mama. You got to be a struggling mom, though. You can't be like, oh, I'm married and I want to have Section 8. You have to be a single mother. You have to be a fucking single mama. That's what I'm saying by white supremacy started that shit. White supremacy started the fact that a black man does not run his household anymore, because I can make your woman turn against you. I can give her what you got to go out there and hustle to get. That's a strong white supremacist system, and that is strong enough to make black women look at you as less than. Because why the fuck we don't have a system for our sisters ourselves to place them in that? That's something to look at in all cases. Yeah, it's only for I mean, a man can get it, but it's rare. It's very rare that a man get on Section 8. Because first of all, when you on the waiting list and you don't, and you know what I'm saying, you might have kids, but if the kids ain't living with you, your ass ain't, you gonna get skipped on that waiting list. So the thing is to get the woman to accept that. When she accept that, she's accepted the fact that there's no man powerful enough financially, mentally, and spiritually to get me a home on his own. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to be the dead horse. But for sure, white supremacy is the starter of all these things. Now, poverty, without blaming white supremacy, is hard. But I'm saying in poverty, I'm using poverty as a gauge of how how a relationship is ran. Now, you can run the relationship dead into the damn ground because you're broke. Now you gotta deal with your baby mama calling you a broke ass nigga, or your woman calling you a broke ass nigga. And if we being honest, I think what half of marriages end in for financial reasons. Most people get divorces because the money wasn't coming in. So poverty can stop a lot of shit as far as a gender war goes, or start a lot of shit. And poverty can make a woman resent a man to the point where if she keeps dealing with the same quality of man financially, she'll start to think, like this post that was on Twitter, women will start to think is that white men are the way to go, and not realizing that they're fetishized, or it's a escape from oppression, from the real oppression that you face. Because just because you go date a white man don't mean that you're no longer oppressed. You just became the fuck buddy of the oppressor. That's all you become as a black woman dating a white man. You know what I'm saying? Terry say that's a good point, and I be feeling that way when I'm home. I live with a lot of women, and I swear it's always constant gut checks when I get. I mean, checks, man. I got only one other developing man with me, so I understand that. You definitely don't want that. Good point. It's real shit, bro. I'm just trying to, and you know, I'm gonna speak for the ladies too. When we get to this broken homes part, see, the broken home comes from a man that lacks purpose and moral, right? So, of course, there's certain women out here just having reckless sex, but also the same amount of women that are having reckless sex, there's the same number of men that's out here doing the same shit to a certain extent. Now, one thing that we got to take accountability on as men is we shouldn't be sticking our dick in nothing. If we are nutting, if we can fuck, but if we nutting in a woman and we having babies, we need to realize that before we bust that nut, if the paper is right, if the paper ain't right, you need to pull your dick out, or you need not have sex, or you need to have a condom, my nigga. Don't be letting these women tell you, I don't like condom, this. Well, that's gonna be some pussy you just ain't gonna have to get. Or if you want to get the pussy, go ahead and risk it. But I mean, a broken home comes from one or the other parent not being 100%, not doing their duty completely, and it's leaving most of the burden on one parent, the father or the mother. So a gender war starts there because you got a black man that's taking care of some kids that a woman actually ran off on and trying to go pursue her dreams. But then you also got that story vice versa. You got a woman taking care of a man's kids who just decided to get the fuck up and dip. Now they're both gonna have opinions on each other or on relationships now. They're gonna have opinions on what kind of people they see now. If like me, when I see a woman with weave, I have no choice but to kind of connect you with my baby mama in a way. Because you know what I'm saying? That's all she put in her hair is weave. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, when you come from some toxic shit, and me and my baby mama used to be toxic. When you come from some toxic shit, when you see a woman that damn near that carries herself and lip gloss, big titties, and long hair down to her ass crack, is gonna send a signal that it's gonna make your body feel like this must be your type, and you really ain't got no type at all, man. You just really vibe with what's really an intimate connection as a man. You vibe with what's close to you. You vibe with what you can afford. And sometimes we be laying down with these women because we both broke. So then white supremacy comes to play again. Once y'all really, really sit down and realize, oh damn, I should have optimized my pockets first. Now you got one or the other feeling like the one person is a burden. Or I shouldn't be fucking with this nigga. I should be fucking with a boss nigga. Now you got women thinking like that. Or then you got an asshole man that's like, man, I need a bad bitch because he done knocked up a chubby woman because his self-esteem fucked up. See what I'm saying? So it causes a gender war. It causes motherfuckers to think. You know what I'm saying? Lip gloss always good. You know what I'm saying? But just when it's on a certain woman in a certain particular setting, it just reminds me of my baby mama, because that's just, well, not lip gloss in general, but I'm saying when it's a combination of things that remind me of my baby mama, or if a woman is dressed a particular way, it reminds me of how toxic my baby mama was at that time. But that's just my opinion. That's just something to be aware of. Not because she wear lip gloss, she might be a hoe. I ain't saying that, or she might do you wrong. I'm saying that when there's a combination, when you start dating the same person over and over again, you start realizing, oh, okay, this is a type. You know what I'm saying? This is a type. I like women with father issues. Is what I started. Is what I naturally just attract. Women with fatherly issues, and that's because, you know what I'm saying, I'm fatherless my damn self, and it's kind of like this an innate thing in the soul that helps me find other fatherless people, and I ain't even trying to find them. Is the thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yeah. So them the three things: poverty, white supremacy, and broken homes, which is all under the umbrella of white supremacy in the first place, is what can cause a gender war. So all in all, we can just blame the white man for us arguing with each other and using white people's talking points to talk about some shit in our community. Bravo. Now, let's get to the next shit. Is anyone right in this war? Okay, let me break down something. So we can set the mode right. Let me put it like this. Today's men are much more useless than past men. So in no way are men right for bashing women or ever coming at a woman as if they got something to give them in the first place. So I'm riding with sisters on that, as far as the men definitely ain't fucking right about the gender war. But guess who else ain't right? Today's women come easier. Can't, hold on. Yeah, today's women are easier to have sex with. So y'all damn sure need to watch who the fuck y'all talking about, because if you didn't need a man so many of you motherfucking women wouldn't be out of here laying down with niggas just off of a base of how you feel. He might make you feel secure. He might make you feel like this, but do you know this nigga? Or did you just meet him and you thought he was cute and he peacocked for a little bit. He pulled out, you know what I'm saying, his best skills on taking you on a date. He did all that flashing and flogging just to get you comfortable. But you so damn naive as a woman, you think that, oh, he did exactly what I want him to do 5 times. Let's see if he'll do it 5 more times. And then after a while, the nigga gonna get sick of bowing down to your ungrateful ass, because all you finna do is just sit back and keep testing this nigga to see if he's as solid as you think he is. And the nigga's only as solid as he finna allow himself to be. A real nigga gonna let you know, hey, I'm not finna walk on no eggshells for you. Women say they want these kind of real niggas that's gonna sit here and tell them how T.I. is, but they scared of the truth. After all these years, women still shy away from the truth. You tell a woman the truth, them motherfuckers don't even want to hang with you no more. It's a rare breed of women out there that can handle the truth and can dish it back right there at you. And that's what ground we need to be on as genders. We don't need to be in no gender war talking about, oh, well, women having bastard babies and this, and that. Okay, what the fuck they got to do with us? Niggas want to mention this fucking future society that we ain't even living in yet, because they feel like motherfuckers that have bastard babies is making illegitimate children or making criminals. Okay, motherfuckers that got the same, they got 2 damn parents that's still committing crimes. So nowhere in this world do we win pointing at one thing as an absolute. Nowhere in this world will you win pointing at one thing as an absolute. It don't exist. Absolutes don't exist. Because it's a different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? So nobody is right in that. To answer my question, no person, no gender is correct in this war. Okay? White supremacy is winning. That's who winning the fucking war. When y'all want to sit there and talk about who paying who or who pays the bills, who going 50-50 on what, and goddamn men are misogynistic and idiots and cheating and abusers, and niggas sitting over there talking about, well, y'all be fucking Pookie and Ray Ray, and they're stealing Jason Black shit because he started that Pookie and Ray Ray shit that them two names supposed to be the example of hood niggas. So if y'all want, if women laying down with a hood niggas that's broke, what the fuck can we do about that? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no gender war thing. But one thing that should be recognized is women do need to look at themselves in the mirror and realize what the fuck they doing with their coochies. This ain't no man problem. When you start having sex with multiple men and all the men that you had sex with is trash, that's your choices. And that's the same thing as for men. That's why I stopped picking the type of women that I really like that, like that I thought I liked. You know? I don't like outgoing women no more. I like a semi-outgoing woman, but I like a homebody. The most outgoing she want to do is go to the park or something, or to a fucking art museum or something like that. I don't have time for I want to go to the club type bitches no more. And I ain't there with that and I don't know how long. But I for sure, if a woman want to go to the club, she's not the woman for me. But that don't cause me to sit back and be like, you club hopping bitch. This is a gender war right here. Or you club hopping hoes be doing this, did that, and the next. Now you pointing the finger as an absolute. You know what I'm saying? But that's, nobody's right when them family feuds. So the last thing, what does this war solve? I got the best answer for you. Nothing. Nothing. Okay? This war solves nothing. It gives miserable people something to complain about. So, what I mean by that, in closing, usually there's a bitter single mama or there's a bitter man talking about the collective because of the hardship and the heartbreak that they went through. So instead of looking in the mirror and being like, man, I need to choose better. I might need to stop picking dudes up or letting dudes from the club holler at me, or letting dudes from particular settings holler at me, and start expanding where I spend my time at, or put myself in better positions, put myself in better places to find better quality men, instead of pointing the finger at the man as like, oh, he's a misogynist in the white man's world. He wants the white man's power as well. I do not like that term that they put on us as black men. They try to make it seem like we want to be secondary white supremacists or something like that. That's what misogyny really starts to mean after so long. It start making it seem like, well, black men ain't no better because they're men. And that's bullshit. Because how do you taking away the fact that I'm oppressed at the end of the day. You trying to take away the fact that these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about neither one of us. You trying to make it seem like there's not women that's trying to be secondary white supremacists as well. So when we start gender warring, You got to start. All you got to do is ask yourself, well, what am I doing on the flip hand side? Because yeah, you can point a finger. You can, people make mistakes and people make errors that you can point at and give constructive criticism to. But if you ain't, you ain't giving no constructive criticism and you just bashing, that's when the gender war starts. If a man feel like, man, you know what, bitches is just the reason why men ain't in the house no more. It ain't bitches, it's white supremacy. And they plan is working fabulously because now you blaming your sister instead of blaming the very motherfucker that put you and your sister in that goddamn position. And that's white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Paris say, no doubt, you got to search in the right places. Some dudes think they're going to clubs is where they can pick up a woman. There are opportunities all the time if you look. I don't know. Nobody going to listen. Real shit. See, this is why I don't get into the gender war shit. Because both sides ain't shit if you want to talk about it. And I ain't speaking bad on my black brothers and sisters, but I'm saying if motherfuckers is partaking in that gender war shit, 9 times out of 10, they are some ain't shit people. They are entitled. They are they're far from understanding. You know what I'm saying? They don't care to understand the collective, or they don't understand, or they don't care to understand a man in general, or vice versa. There's some sucker ass dudes out here that just don't want to acknowledge the essence of a real beautiful woman, the femininity that can actually be brought out of a woman, or that's already inside of her. If you just become a quality dude, and then you got some dudes that's like, I shouldn't have to be a quality dude for her to do this, and that. Well, we humans at the end of the day, and if Shawty ain't feeling you because you acting like a fucking lame, she has the right to dip on your ass. There's weak men out here. There are unsuccessful. We have so many unsuccessful dudes that is causing women to get out here and act like dudes. And we not finna sit here and act like this ain't the case. Because look at me, I'm homeless as we speak. I'm homeless, okay? Much as I love women, much as I love pussy, I wish I had some sitting right next to me. I wish I had a woman that was down enough to thug this shit out with a nigga, because I'm not gonna stay in this position. But what's gonna make me a beast is when I get my shit together. The fact that I didn't have no woman right there with me, there's no woman that I will ever save on this planet. And that might be out of bitterness, but I'm gonna save them in my own way. If I had paper like that, any woman I deal with, her bill is gonna be taken care of. But as far as a commitment thing, or as far as marriage or something like that, I'm slowly starting to believe in it, but that's like, or not believe, but I'm slowly starting to accept the fact that I'm really not against marrying some woman, but she got to be the catch. She got to be the whole package for me. And the whole package for me is just peace, beauty, inner and outer beauty, and peace and loyalty and nurturing skills. That's all she really gotta have. She ain't gotta have no damn job. I don't give a damn about none of that, because if I'm established enough, my job gonna be enough, or whatever I do in my field gonna be enough to sustain everything I got going on. Now, of course, I want to help her. I want an ambitious woman, but if they said you got to take away nurturing for ambitious, I'm gonna leave. My woman just ain't gonna have no ambition. She just gonna be ambitious on fucking with me, if I had to choose. But of course, if I can modify my woman, she gonna be ambitious, beautiful inside and out, helping a nigga, nurturing and loyal. you know. But I don't have it in my corner right now, or I haven't created that yet, you know. I got a certain somebody that, you know, after we kick it a few times, after, you know what I'm saying, take all the trips and meet each other or whatever. I got a little something lined up, you know. She real beautiful. Something that I would, you know, cuff up real fast. So hey, you know, life changes. Life definitely changes. But all in all, man, as I wrap this up, make my biggest point, these gender wars are funded and created by the corruption of white supremacy. And everybody's lost in thinking that their ego is what makes them the champion of certain things. Women are entitled. They nigga, you ain't got no bread, I can't fuck with you. That's an entitled way of looking at shit, and that's like male repellent. Any woman that act like that, like, well, what the fuck you around for? It's like that type of woman do not give a fuck about no dude. It's about what you can do for her. And you a fool if you sit up and fuck with a woman that act like that and then act like she supposed to be a wife. Any woman that tell you, any woman that sit there and tell you, oh well, I got it, or act like she got it all on her own, that's a super independent woman, and you got to just help out on your own. But we really, fellas, you got to sit back and realize, is she even worth all the headache? Is she doing something that you can't repay her for? That's when you know you got a real woman. That's when you know you got a solid one. You know what I'm saying? A woman that, because some women will have a baby with you and put you on child support before the motherfucker even hit 1 year old. My baby mama didn't never put me on child support, so that's something I honor, and I look out for her in ways that some people would be like, nigga, that's not your responsibility. And you know, it ain't nothing too tragic. It's just, you know, she can hit me up and ask for a few bucks here and there, or if she need to go somewhere, I give her a ride and take her somewhere, no questions asked. She ain't got to get no gas money, no nothing, because you ain't put me on child support. You didn't go down one of those aisles that a lot of black women go down. And that's another thing that causes gender wars. That's another, the white supremacist system causes us to go to war with each other, and it causes black women to look at black men through the lens of white men. I mean, it makes black women look at black men through the lenses of how white women look at white men. And we're not as powerful or wealthy as the white power structure, because they run the fucking government right now. They running your Section 8. They running your rent. So when you look at a black man, sisters, I understand we look powerless. But the real sisters understand. The real sisters understand that we need each other, and the gender war is stupid because we are both oppressed, and that's my biggest point. Now, being that I'm a little tired, I did the best I could, and I went long enough for people to understand what I'm saying. Cut the gender war shit out. Look in the mirror and enhance your life, and then go out into the motherfucking field. That's for both men and women. If you don't feel beautiful, lady, go work out. Go get as beautiful as you. Optimize your beauty and health as much as you can before you hop back into the dating field. You can fuck whoever, but make sure that you let that be known. And men, if you out here doing, you get just optimize yourself to the greatest extent. You get your body right, get your goddamn mind right, get your money right. And then, you know, once you got a car place and the savings, and you starting to invest in shit and see a return on shit, or you see that your ambition is growing and growing and your discipline is growing, I think you will be ready for a woman then. But don't try to prematurely get into a relationship and you still have insecurities about your life and yourself. You feel me? He said, "Hey man, did you get that Valentine to that crush at work?" Hell no. Hell no. You know why? Because that's what I was just talking about. See, I was about to do that shit. I was about I was about to do some shit like that, but the closer and closer it got to the day, I started realizing by the time we got about 5 days away from Valentine's Day, I started thinking, I was like, man, you know what, my life fucked up. What do I look like dabbling in romance when my life is in shambles? So that kept me from fucking with the shit, you know. She's still a crush, you know what I mean? Still got a little crush on her, but it got to be left at that at the moment. As much as I want to get rich tomorrow so I can spit my game and, you know, just go ahead and take this shit to the, well, let's just cut to the chase, you know. Much as I wish I could do that and snag this woman, I can't. Because life don't move like that, man. I gotta actually get out of here and probably put 2, 3, 4 years of grind in before to where I want to be and settle down with a woman. Because if you settle with a woman and y'all both struggling, she's gonna cheat. Men are too. Yep, everything is a process, man. Everything takes time. And you know, I still, you know, we be saying hi to each other and shit, you know, maybe who knows? One day maybe it'll go down. But you know, not today. Not that day either. But yeah, man. Had to go get the fresh cut. Y'all know how it is. I know y'all see me. I just woke up. I ain't do my damn hair. I just woke up and was like, fuck it. Nigga, let's hit. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, cut the gender war shit out. Cause it ain't helping nobody out but the white supremacists, man. The white supremacists have a fucking fun time watching us suffer under the rules and regulations that they have created. Lone Wolf TV, holla at your boy, man. Keep on grinding, keep on shining.